you know, only a week or so ago I did an update on the garden, and just the other day when I was out here just having a look on things, I noticed that all my potatoes had died up. So that means they're ready to pick. So I'm going to flip to the other camera and then let's go potato harvesting. Stay tuned. Alrighty, let's see. Oh. A little bit of V-roll. Okay, basically we've got a lot of potatoes poking up through the ground at the moment, so that's how I know they're ready. So I'm going to take some of these poles apart and get into it. That's the nice thing about this kind of frame, is that we can do this and it makes life really easy by getting into it. Alrighty. I have had the sprinklers on this this morning just to soften the ground up, make my life just a little bit easier. There's a lot here that are green, so we can't eat those, but they can be replanted right off the cuff. This fella here, there's a patch of green there, we can't eat that, so I might cut that off and that'll sprout the next crop. There's a lot of little ones in here too. It's going to be interesting. Oh, there's grass in here too. Don't want that. There you go. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's going to be dinner tonight, I reckon. Now I found usually it's easier to actually do this by hand rather than by just diving in with the hand tools, because you'll spear and smash your spuds more often than not, especially when they're as densely packed as this. So it's a very get your hands dirty kind of process. In this case muddy because of the sprinkler. There's another one with a bit of green on it. The trick is to get all these little ones, is get them out if you see them, because otherwise you'll have spuds growing here again next season, even if you didn't want them. They're a bit like a weed sometimes. Doesn't matter how much you comb through the dirt, next season you're going to have spuds. Once you get them in this, like mint, once they're in there, they ain't getting out. Very nice, you can do this by feel, and you find you feel the hard lumps, you go, yep, that's my spud. And I'm only at the surface of this, so I'm going to have to go down a good foot at least to make sure I get them, because they do tend to go pretty deep. I wasn't expecting to do this weekend, but I said this the other day when I was just doing a spot of weeding, and I pulled out some grass and stuff, and then I thought, oh, there's potatoes poking out the top. I'm quietly confident I'm not going to get all of these out of here, but you know, who doesn't love a good spud? So just then went down full blade length on this and found a whole cluster of them down deep. Not big ones though. That still tastes good. The potato salad with those sorts of ones, because you don't have much to chop up and peel and stuff. Oh, there we go. more down there. Oh, there's another one. I probably will spear a couple of this in this exercise. I'll wait till I've cleaned them up and we'll know what the damage is. Seeing a few worms as I go, which is always nice to see. That's I like it. No, that one's gone a bit mushy, so well, hang on to that one as a seed for my second crop. Some of these were planted, some of these were rogue. So it's very much a case of a mystery as to what we're going to find, how many, what kind. That's a mushy one. Occasionally we get roots from God knows what. I know grass is starting to invade this bed, so again, we're starting to get a bit of that. But that's part of the daily thing. Come out, pull the grass. I don't get too many weeds in here, but the grass on the other hand. Some of these deep ones are turning into wormweed by the looks of it. The other thing by doing all this is it turns everything over, which I know you're not supposed to do too much of, but turns it over, redistributes the worms, air into the soil, which I think is not a bad thing. Now, the other trick with this is that I try not to have to dig the soil out of the bed. I'm just sort of redistributing as I go. That way, otherwise I'd need a tarp and a shovel. I don't fancy trying to do that with this almond tree right here. It's be in the way. So just steady as you go. You never know what you're going to find. Always amazes me how far potatoes seem to spread on the farm. It's good because these roots that I'm finding from the grass is good because I'm disrupting them a lot, which is good. Just having to slow down the invasion a little bit. Now, I try not to do 2 crops in a row of the same thing in the same spot, but I've got about a month or so ago, we were in Bunnings and they had seed potatoes out on the chuck out table. I thought, oh yeah, who doesn't love a good Dutch cream potato? So we grabbed a bag. They weren't quite sprouting just yet, they were close but not quite there. So I thought, oh, we'll stick them in a cupboard in the laundry or in the hallway, and probably forgot about them. And then we found them the other day, only yesterday or the day before, and I'll show you, the sprouts are like this. So I thought, yep, that's ready to go out in the garden. So I wasn't sure what I was planning to do today, but the spuds have dictated that it was a harvest day. Now all that dead stuff I'm pulling up off the top is going to go into the compost bins because I can't give it to the chickens. Apparently it's a derivative of nightshade, and I think it's a very good way of having no more chickens. So they don't get to nosh on that. They've already had a couple of tomatoes this morning. Those tomato bushes that I was looking at in the last update have all gone red, so I've had several punnets of tomatoes out of that 4 plant batch already, and there's still a whole lot more that are still green. So I figure, well, I'll enjoy them, and I'll chuck a few to the chickens as well because they seem to like them too. Still getting a full mix of sizes. Still got a couple of green ones there. Pyrethrum I was growing in here at one point. An effort to put off some of the bugs. I think it worked. Quite sure. He got happy. He was quite enthusiastically growing. Man, they're just not stopping. Alright. I'm going to go empty this lot out in the grass. As you can see, it's quite a pile, and I'll be right back. Alright. I'll show you what that lot looks like in a minute. I'll finish making the file first. There's the other good thing about having the sprinkler on just for a little while, just to muddy up this place. It means that when I'm spearing through, whether it's with the thing or on my fingers, it's very easy to tell when you suddenly go from soft mush to a hard lump, and your hard lump is your spud. Don't let me go to grass invading. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it there because I've got a couple left here that are not burnt, not dried off yet, so I'm going to leave them and come back to them in a few months when they've had a chance to do their thing. Let's go. Alright, this is what we got. Let's clean them up, see what they look like. I should have got my chair. This is hard on the back. Easier to sit down. Looks like he's just got the lawn a nice good draining. Not just with water, but all of the mud and dirt and stuff I'm washing off the spud. It looks like I've got two different kinds of spud here. You've got these yellow ones, and then you got these white ones. One of them was a deliberate planting, the other one I think was a rogue crop from the previous run of spuds that I did. The other thing about washing them out here is I can see easier in the bright sun if they've got any green on them, so whether they need to be excluded and used for the next crop. I think I should have brought a bigger bowl. This is not finishing anytime soon. Yeah, I definitely should have had another container. Let's see if I can go rustle one up. Back when I built these beds, I had all the offcuts from the pipe sitting in a bucket, and I still had it, so seems alright. Obviously, these will get washed before we eat them. That's an obvious given. Yeah, a few of them look like, I don't know, I think maybe they got wrapped around a root or something else, because there's a line there. I don't think it's going to mean anything. Still be good enough to eat, I think. Or they're splitting from the inside. Quite sure someone who knows this better than me will know what that means. Alright, that's got them cleaned up. I'll take them inside and get these other ones out. You can see what we're looking at. Okay, this is what we're going to be planting. Been in this cupboard for a few months, as I said, because we bought them from Bunnings a little while ago, but check this out. They've sprouted really well. So then I've got the other ones which I was from that harvest, so we're going to plant them in this eastern bed. I'm just hoping that because we're in the summer months now, this fence will not cast too much shade and cause problems. But I've got the two soaker lines there, so I'm going to probably do a couple of rows down the middle here and take advantage of all that goodness, and this guy can go over the fence. All right, I'm going to put this camera on the tripod, or this phone on the tripod, and let's get to planting. All right, let's get into this. We'll start with these guys because they're the most ready. Let's see what we can do. I probably left them in the cupboard a little bit too long, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, I think that's me about done for the day. The spuds are in. I've reassembled the frame there, and I've got some more things to plant in there. Blaine was very nice to bring home a gift of some plantings they'd done at the school. So we've got some beetroot and some other bits and pieces now. I can't recall off the top of my head, but I think I'm going to put them back here, and we'll let them grow and we'll see what happens. Alright, catch you later. Righto, that's enough about that. You know the drill. Hit the subscribe button and become part of our thriving community. Of course, if you like my videos, give them the big thumbs up and share them if you want, as that helps the channel out. And also hit the bell to get notified when I put up new content. Okay, that's all from me, so stay healthy, keep thinking. As my mum would say, be good, and if you can't be good at it. I'll see you next time.